This stylish Bubu Kaftan gown is easier than you think, so let us transform this simple Bubu Kaftan gown into a stylish masterpiece with a built-up neckline and a snatched waist. So I'll urge you to watch till the end because every step matters, so let's get started. So we are working with 3 yards of plain crepe fabric and 8 inches of the flowered fabric. So I folded the 3 yards of fabric into 4. After folding into 4, the upper part will have 26.5. So I placed my tape to take the neck width of 3 inches. So after marking 3 inches, we are going to take the neck depth for the back 1 inch. Connect it to the neck width of 3. Next, we are going to take the depth where we are going to add our combination, which is at the true waist length of 16 inches. After marking that 16 inches, I am going to take 1.5 inches all the way up. So I'm marking 1.5, 1.5. So after marking to that point, I'm going to take the actual neck depth of 7 inches. You can make do with 8 inches. You can make do with 9 inches. Okay. So from that 7, I'm going to connect it to the point of 16 as shown. So after that, at that point of 7, I will connect it to the neck width. So after connecting, we are now going to take our shoulder slant. This neckline is for the front. Okay, so the shoulder slant we are taking 1.5. We are going to connect it to the neck width as shown. So you can make use of your long straight ruler to do this part. So next, I am going to take the sleeve circumference of 10 inches plus 1 inch for ease, which gives us 11. So on that line, I am going to go inwards by 5 inches. Now I'll place my tape and measure to the true waist length of 16. At that point of 16, I'm going to go inwards by 6 inches. I'm going to connect it from that point to the armhole area and make a little curve. From that point, I'm going to place my tape and make it in an A-line pattern. So after connecting, we are done. It is time for us to cut what we have all out. So if you're enjoying this tutorial and you would like to learn even more advanced sewing techniques, then join my upcoming sewing online course where I teach beginners step by step from scratch and every professional finishing techniques in details. The link will be placed in the description box. So after cutting this, we are going to separate the front from that of the back, okay? So that we'll be able to drop the neckline for that of the front. So we are done separating the front from that of the back. So we are going to arrange it very well for the front and then we are going to cut according to what we've marked earlier, okay? So after cutting, we are going to do the next part. So now we are going to open the front and the back panel together just as shown, right side facing each other. We are now going to arrange it very well and join the shoulders, okay? So join this other part all the way down and do the same for this other part, after which we'll bring it. So we are done joining the shoulders, okay? So we are going to fold it into 2, okay? So after folding it and arranging it very well, the next thing we are going to do is to pin the 2 shoulders. After pinning, this is what we have. So we are going to notch the center back. That part I'm holding is the center back. Notch it, and then after that we are going to take half inch, okay? So we are marking half inch. I'm marking half inch that way, half inch at that point, and then at this other part I'm going to mark half an inch to have a box like pattern at that point. So that part I'm marking now with half inch inwards, we are going to notch it so enable us to the fabric very well, okay? So after notching, we are done with that process. Now I'm going to measure the neck depth, okay, the opening of the neckline, okay? So I'm measuring 9 inches. I am going to mark that point. So after marking that point, the next thing is to measure from the back all the way down. From the center back, I measured it all the way down. I got 19 inches in total. So that's what we are replacing at that point. Remember, we removed 1.5 inches opening, okay? So I am going to mark 19 inches at that point. So that 19 inches, I'm going to cut total of 21 inches. So I measured again from the back to the neck opening, I got 12 inches. So now we are going to replace what we have cut earlier. So this is the flowered fabric. I'm going to place it on fold by 2 on fold. Remember we cut 1.5, okay? so we are replacing by 2 inches. We'll use half an inch for the sewing, so we have 4 inches by 21. So now we are done cutting. We are going to put stay on it, and then we'll fold it into two and iron it all the way. So next, I place the fabric on the table again. I'm going to measure from the center back to the neck opening. Okay, it's on fold. Remember, I got 12 inches. So we are going to remove the fabric, and then this is the one that we've cut to replace. Okay, so we've put stay on it, we've ironed it, and have a grain line. So I'm going to fold into two and then notch that point, the center. Okay, so that part is the part that will be at the center back. Now we are going to take the neck opening from that center point. We are marking 12 inches. Remember, it's on fold. This is on fold as well. So I am going to hold it. Make sure it is from the center all the way down to that point of 12. I'm going to notch it. So after notching it, the next thing I'm going to do is to open it up. Okay, so open it to the two notched points. Okay, and then place it center line, grain line to grain line, sorry, and then we are going to sew it at that point of 12 inches all the way down. So you see that part I'm holding, that's the notched part. Okay, so I'm using my chalk to draw a straight line. So you see that grain line, that line that we iron, that part that I'm pointing, that's the part we are going to sew all the way down. So after sewing, this is what we have. We'll open it up like this, give it a good press, and then I'll tell us what next we are going to do. So now this is the neckline, okay, the open part. So we are replacing with this fabric to get that built up neckline. So we are pinning center to center. So we are going to pin it. Take your time to do this part very well. Pin from the center back to the right hand side and that center back to the left hand side. Take your time to pin it, because if you make any mistake on this neckline, everything will be ruined. So I'm done pinning. I'm going to sew from the center back to the right and the center back to the left. Okay, so after sewing, I will bring it and show you. So we are done sewing. This is how it is looking. We are going to use our sewing machine to sew the upper part. So now this is the leftover fabric. We have 3 inches, which I folded the both sides, and then I'm going to place it on that line. Okay, so I'm going to place it, use my pin to pin it, and then I'm using my sewing machine to sew the down part and the upper part. After sewing, I'm going to turn it to the back side, and then I'm going to mark 16 inches, which is my true waist length. After marking 16 inches, I'm going to place my tape from the center of the front. I'm going to mark 7.5 inches on both sides. So place again, mark 7.5. So on that point, I'm going to place my inner belt to sew. So I'll place it that way, use my sewing machine to sew it and secure this other part as well. So we are done fixing everything. This is how it is looking. So it is time for us to couple. We've also folded the sleeve by 1 inch. So turn it to the wrong side as shown, and then we are going to use half an inch to sew it all the way down. So we are going to do the same for this other part. Arrange it very well and sew down, and then fold the downside half an inch and another half an inch. So after coupling, okay, this is what we have. We are done with the sewing. Everything is looking on point, from the coupling of the sleeve to the sides and to this other part, okay, even the downside. So next, our model is going to wear this outfit. This gown is perfect on my model. So before you go, click on the next video on your screen to learn another beautiful style that you can sew and sell. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. I am Lois, Addah.